Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? So first off, uh, my name is Zay Rivale. This is Trash Line Green Chair Studio, or TLGC, the channel, and I just wanted to do a quick introductory video on the channel and just sort of kind of explain what I want this channel to be, sort of kind of how I got here, and also just what might be in the future for this channel. Start with the sort of kind of the introductory part of like who I am and how I got here. So the best way to put it, just give you the long story shorter. Just a little bit of background about myself. Played baseball my whole life, and I was in a very serious pursuit of that. And so what I discovered was like I would put my heart, soul, energy, you name it, into baseball. And I went to Georgia Gwinnett College. I went there thinking I would get on the baseball team, play for the baseball team. And while I was there, I was under, I think, an exercise science major there with the intent of being on the baseball team. And I went and tried out, and I did not make it. And that was just sort of kind of the first sort of kind of real life moment for me where I was just like, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know where to start. So that basically led me down a whole path, a whole series of just sort of kind of going to college and wasting my life. I just felt like I was just like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like I had one goal, and that goal was to play baseball, and I didn't even get it. I'm just wasting my time up here. So like periodically I would go home here and there. And my parents started noticing. They were like, you're in a really strange place. You're in a really strange realm. You need to, come back home and figure it all out. So I kind of butted heads with them. I was like, I really don't want to come back home. Like that was the whole point of me leaving. Came back home and really just had to figure it out. Picked up a job, Kroger. I really didn't know what to do with my life or what I wanted to do. So which led me down to just sort of kind of exploring like some other things. And one day I came across, some music, and I would hang out with friends and they would like freestyle, and I would like be like, man, I gotta be like prepared at any cost just in case like I'm in like this, freestyle circle. I gotta come prepared. So like I gotta like practice, like let me find like this like YouTube beat, let me rap over it, let me see if I can like do something with it, whatever. And what I discovered was like I really enjoyed like rapping and like, trying different flows on like different beats. And I was like, man, this is all kind of fun. So that journey led me down to, I found this one beat that I would like consistently rap over like continuously. So I was like, let me write to it. Sat down, wrote to it, and I was just like, man, like I am really, really like digging like this whole like thing. And what I discovered is like it led me down a really like creative hole that was like really healthy, especially super healthy for me at the time, like just to get off some vibes, some vibrations, just to sort of kind of like help me in what I was going through, because I was still very, very lost. So after a while, I got very comfortable rapping over this one beat. So I would like pull out my phone, use the record app on there, record like play the beat, and then as the beat, sorry, is playing in the background, I would like just start rapping over it. And I discovered that I loved it. I loved it, and I would like, sort of kind of listen back to it. I'll be like, like let me see what my friends think. You know what I mean? So I post snippets, and I got some really good comments, and I got some, comments. When you're sharing your art for the first time ever, and somebody has an opinion on it and it ain't good, and you're gonna be like, man, like I will never do this ever again. But like the main thing that kept coming back was like, I can't really hear your vocals. I can't hear this. I can't hear that. So I was like, okay, cool. So I took it a little, further. Did some researching online. Was just like, all right, like how do I make my vocals sound better? How do I do this? How do I do that? And it was just like, get a mic and get an interface. If you have a computer, you already got it. So I did that, and I invested in, the very bare minimum cheap equipment you can find. I had a Yeti mic. Started doing that. I found Audacity, and I just played with that. And the more I played with it, the more I would share on like my Instagram, and people would be like, I'm messing with it, but like it's still not there. So I was just like, what do I do? But I met a guy. He goes by Nico Porter. Shout out to Nico if you watch this. He was putting me on game, and I remember one of the just advice that he gave me. He was just like, "Hey, you need an audio engineer." I was like, "An audio engineer?" I was like, "Man, that sounds expensive. I don't got time for that. Like, I'm a broke college student." So I was like, "Bruh, I don't know. Like, maybe looked into it a little bit." And I was just like, "It seems weird," but I still clearly had no idea what an audio engineer was. So I remember the turning point for me, and what that was is one day it was a very cold day, and I remember it was like voting day, or not for president. It was something, but I was at the voting booth. I go vote, and you gotta wait in the line, and it's cold, and it's raining on top of that, and I was just like miserable. I was like, dog, I hate this. But I so happen to look to my left, and I see Tweet recording, and I see like, oh, like all this, that, and the third. I see like a number. I see like go to tweet.com. I was like, cool, like it's all on the window. So, go run up to the building, take a picture. And I gave him a call. I sent them an email, went online, filled out the application thing. It was just like, welcome to the recording, yada, yada, yada. Come take a tour. So I was like, I'm going to come take a tour, because I was just like, like maybe there's somebody in there that can help me get me to the next step so I can sound like a professional. I set up a tour, and I take the tour, and shout out to Miss Melissa, if you ever watch this, took the time out of her day and gave me the tour. And so she's showing me all these like Studio C and Studio B, and like I've never seen a soundboard. I've never got to touch like the faders. I've never seen what a LA2A is. Like I don't know any of this stuff. Had no idea what that stuff was. I didn't know what a distressor was. I didn't know what a compressor. I didn't know what the EQ was. Like I didn't know none of that. And I was like having the luxury of like playing with like the knobs and all this stuff. And I was just like, wow, like this is so cool. Like I don't know what this stuff does. I don't know what it is, but like it is just absolutely like, I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So she's still giving me a tour, and then I had the like a super pleasure of meeting Andrew Radcliffe, and he owns Tweed, and I just remember like seeing him in Studio A, and he has a Sound Technique board. Go look that up. Some of the smoothest high end, like high shelf, like the highs on that thing on the EQs are beautiful. That's what I meant to say. I saw the Sound Techniques board, and I was just like, I was sold. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. And I remember talking to Andrew, and we went like back and forth about like our dreams, our goals, like what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve. And I remember just being like, wow, like how can I stay in this building? Like I was just like, are y'all hiring like interns? Can I like learn under somebody? And he was just like, actually, this is a school. So I was like, no way. So immediately I find the way to get in there. And it's an 18-week program. And I mean, I worked. At the time, I was working overnight just so that I can have the space to attend this school. And I got no sleep. I mean, like I would literally like go to work, maybe have like 2 hours of sleep, go to Tweed, and then depending on the day, and also when you get further into the curriculum, you're required to stay there longer. And I was just like, wow, it was a lot of work. I caught myself pulling like getting no sleep. I pulled like 2 days straight where I didn't get sleep. Like I worked to get that degree at Tweed, and well worth it, in my opinion. And yeah, so that's just sort of kind of how I got here. They taught me the simple ways to record, like a drum kit, a guitar, vocal, um, piano, um, a steel guitar, uh, like any instrument, you name it, like we recorded it in there. And they taught like the essentials of like a home studio, a home recording setup, um, and all that, and what to do after we leave. And it's full circle. It's come to here. After I left, I just wanted to get practice. I was like, man, I will record anyone, anything, don't matter. So yeah, that's sort of kind of the introductory of how I got here. Sort of kind of what I want this channel to be. This channel um, is sort of kind of meant to be. It's to show the progress of me. It's to show the progress of TLGC. It's to show you like behind the scenes of like music I make. I really want to post like mixing videos of just me working. I may post like live recording sessions. Maybe we'll see how that goes. But the whole point is just to show my progress. I've been at this audio engineering thing for 3 years, and you're gonna be like, man, like this man's a rookie and an amateur. He don't even know what he's doing. Yada yada yada. So whatever the case may be, like I'm here to show my growth. I'm here to show the build and of starting from like bottom up, because this is what it is. This is my own studio, and I'm gonna put a lot. Like it's to really show like somebody like me that's like on the bottom of this food chain, basically, of like really big fish, and I'm like this itty bitty tadpole, of like how every day like goes for me, how it goes for an audio engineer that balances not only the business side of, well, trying to maintain the business side, but like also having like still like a 9 to 5 job, having a real life outside of this. It's just sort of kind of to show like, hey, like this is what I do, and I'm here to like answer questions the best way I can. I don't have every question. I'm not like a super duper genius on these kind of things, but like it's here for the people that are like, man, like I'm starting off, and like what does it really look like? And I'm here to sort of kind of broadcast that. So with that being said, like that's just sort of kind of the point of this channel. And also, I guess the third thing is what might be on here. It's I know some really cool, unique people. I talked about Tweed on here, and maybe I might do like a short video, walk around Tweed, be like, hey, like this is where Studio A, Studio B, because it's a fabulous studio. It's a well built studio. Um, I think they're building an Adobe Atmos in A, and then Studio B, there's an SSL Origin. I believe that's a 32 channel, which goes crazy. I love mastering on that board. Love it. So also I might do some like interviews with some friends, some homies that own some studios here around Athens, and even their home studios, just sort of kind of playing off of that idea. I know I've seen a lot of videos on like home recording studios of other people, and show you what their space looks like, because like as you can see, like mine's is nothing special. It looks a little bit, crazy, but like I really want to show like what it looks like when you don't have like that crazy budget, or you don't have that, I guess, the standard stuff. I don't have the Yamahas. I don't have the the whatchamacallits. I don't have the Universal Audio Apollos. I don't own that stuff. I own a Mackie Onyx Artist one too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need like crazy outputs. I record vocals, you know. But yeah, like this is what the channel is and what it's about. And thank you for anybody that came and viewed this. I'll be posting more videos. Also, I'll have the link to TLGC's own Instagram account page. I made that like a couple of days ago. We're gonna try to get content. We're gonna try to get everything on here. I can't wait to show y'all like the mixing process and what I do. Like full breakdown of how I start and like I got the vocals, I captured it, and so on and so forth, and show y'all what plugins I use. I'm gonna let y'all know on a little secret. We use a lot of like free plugins. I know it's not like a beautiful thing or attractive thing, but like I use a lot of free plugins that are just floating through the internet, and I found a few that like I've really grown like accustomed to, and I'm like, bro, this is sort of kind of dope. Like, not saying like you should go out there and download every free plugin. Most definitely get stuff that you will need and use. Don't, because I remember when I first came out, it was sort of kind of bad, but I'm a firm believer like get only what you need. I feel like you should only have like maybe a few plugins and learn those inside out, because like once you do, like you can do like crazy things with them. You're gonna probably see me make beats. That's gonna be one thing. I'm getting into like the producing side of things, so might see me like cook up some. So I might be like, man, that man is trash. So I'll be like, hey, depending on the beat, I'm like, man, I agree with you on that one. But yeah, so again, thank you for tuning in. I'm Xavier Vale. This is Trash Line Green Chair Studio or TLGC Studio, and thank you for watching. See you next time.